The two of us supposed to be working hard since 9 o'clock. It became an SB19 session.
I became an SB19 fan because of this.
According to this discovery.
Hi friends of I Love Kalihi Vlogs. Today we are at Kamakana Ali'i. It's a shopping area wherein there's restaurants and a lot of places to shop. But since I just came from a meeting and it's getting late, we are picking up food. So for this episode, I'm going to share with you a friend of mine that ended up becoming a new 18 for SB19. What happened is last weekend I invited her to come over to my new SB19 Hangout Place because we're supposed to have a project to do. So we're ready to work on. We were, wearing pambahay and all that, and we started to work on our project. But then she saw the picture behind me, which is of SB19, and she started asking questions, and that whole day ended up as an SB19 immersion session. And at the end of the day, after about 6 hours, she became a fan. It's so funny that we didn't get anything done with the actual project that we're supposed to do, but she ended up becoming an SB19 18. We had times that we were crying because we're watching video and learning the life story of our Mahalima. And we didn't even eat lunch until my daughter came home, which by that time we were like asking her to feed us, but we couldn't leave talking because we were so into it. And it was funny because even when we already have the food, she was still watching and not eating, so I had to tell her, go eat and just watch. And she goes, oh, but I have to concentrate. So she was so really into it. There are friends that when you share these things to them, they just, they're like, okay, they agree with me because I'm their friend. But this friend of mine is something else. She was so into SB19. Maybe because of her background as well. She likes the performing arts. When we were young, we used to take care of the kids in our church. During summertime, we would gather the kids and we would teach them like how to perform, like poetry reading, singing, dancing, learning how to play the ukulele and all that. So pretty much like a performing arts class for our children. And we worked together back then when we were young, but she's like the main teacher, so she's so into these things. And that's why when I introduced to her SB19, she was so taken by it, and she has a lot of respect for SB19 now. So I'll be sharing with you some areas of our conversation. We were there for like 6 hours, but I was only able to record about 3 hours worth of that conversation. So of course, I'll just pick and choose topics that may interest you. So I hope you enjoy, and just know that your Tita 18 here in Hawaii continues to share SB19, and we're hoping that one of these days they will be in Hawaii too. So they pretty much started it, the wave of P-pops in the Philippines.
They started it?
They started it. They're the first wave. And then, so now there's like about 10 that's like starting to rise, and they're pretty good too. And what's good about them, in any of their interviews, they were, sometimes some journalists, they want to, I guess, create some, what do you call that? Controversy. Yeah. So they would like, oh, what do you think that people are saying you're better than blah blah blah, right? So they're kind of instigate that kind of stuff, and they always answer with,
smart.
We are not saying that we're better than any of them, because we do respect them. We all are different. We have our own strengths, So we are all happy to help each other here, and so that the Philippine singers, the P-pop, will actually rise for the world to be known in the world. And so very humble, and that's one thing about them, and that's why they also get the respect of the young ones. So now when they interview the young ones, they always would say that, oh, we always look up to SB19 because they did it all.
Yeah.
They went through so many because pretty much, like I said, when they were starting, they were put down a lot because it's something new again to Filipinos. Filipinos are so used to the Koreans and how they look, and that's why they were like, "Huy, pangit naman." So, what was the word that one of this guy was saying? Pipangit siguro. Ganon. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so sad. Ang papangit naman, like that. So it became, in their insecurities for them, and they went through like depression, especially during the pandemic,
But they're all gorgeous.
well, that's the thing, but because we are Americans now, our mentality is different from Filipinos in the Philippines. It is sad that you cannot love your own. But see, even though we may be born in the Philippines, we've lived here long enough that our perspective is different.
Way different.
Yes, way different. We don't look at Filipinos ugly like that. Especially here in Hawaii.
I think
we hardly have anybody here that we know of that fix their face, right?
Not that I know.
Because in Hawaii, we have so many mixed races.
Totally mixed plate here.
Yes. And so everybody here to us is good looking in a sense because you're mixed. Yeah. We don't say that, oh, you're not good looking. Right?
But
that's one thing I learned being in Hawaii.
Outside, they really focus on
certain look.
Certain look. If you're not white enough, you're no good.
Exactly.
If you're not tall enough, you're out of the question.
Yes.
That is really sad.
That is sad.
Have you gone to one of their concerts?
Not that's why I wanted to come here.
I mean, I thought maybe you would have gone somewhere.
I am going though.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
No,
Did I come? July.
Where, in the Philippines?
No, LA.
For real?
Yeah, I bought tickets already.
So it's gonna be in LA?
Yeah, well, okay. They have so many. They keep adding.
Oh.
Their start point is Manila. They have 2 days, and it's so funny because I don't know. They're brave to go against Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars have a concert in Philippine Arena exactly June 24 and 25, and that's their kick-off concert as well, 24-25 in Araneta Coliseum. They're brave. And then after that, they have 2 provincial shows so far that was added.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. Maybe
they wanted to see how far.
Maybe because they already established the US and Canada concert, so they just have to add their starting point. Yeah. So, but I don't know. Maybe they want to say something. But every time they were asked who from the international stars you would love to collaborate, they always answer Bruno Mars. Si Kuya Bruno.
I thought of him too the first when I just
because they feel that that's their.
You know why? He is.
They have that same
full
kind of
entertainer.
Yeah. And they said he can dance, he can sing, and we also do that. Yeah, and we want to be able to do that side by side with him.
Oh.
So that they were joking, and you know that Bruno Mars song, we leave the door open for you.
Oh, smart.
It's so funny, but that's their international. But they have their own Filipino stuff that they also want to collaborate with.
They've come a long way.
Yeah. But that's pretty good for only a couple of years. They were tired of 3 years, but apparently in Korea it's longer than that, the training. But then again, it's different lifestyle. They're not to have an income from somebody who had an income to give it all up. Yeah. So that was harsh for them because of the guilt as well of being able to help their family. So this is...
So their background is really made
See,
them
that's what
so
made
different,
me, I guess, really admire them. It's not just their songs, but because of who they are, where they came
It is.
from, that
But
made
that's
them
what
strong.
makes them strong.
Exactly.
Because of their experiences.
Yes.
It gives them more strength in their song.
Yes.
It gives them more power because they know where they came from.
Exactly.
And you can see.
Yeah. And that's why they're always telling themselves to stay put, like to always remember where they
Yeah.
came from.
I agree, but not to the extent where I really appreciate them now, because I realize after listening, their lyrics are so powerful that it's like very inspiring.
Yes.
And you know, like, okay, now I am a fan of SB19. I'm like, this group, they're genius. For, you know, it's touching to me
Yeah.
now because of their the way they deliver.
So it starts with a good composition.
Yeah, so I have really, really deep appreciation for Pablo.
Pablo.
He has my respect.
Exactly.
His lyrics are, you know, very,
Exactly.
very.
It's not just kind of run-of-the-mill kind of composition.
He actually is thinking. He's
beyond
Yeah.
the basic storytelling.
That's what you need in lyrics nowadays. You know, you really need lyrics, good lyrics. That's why.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not surprised that they're looking to Bruno Kuya come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the caliber that they
Yeah,
want.
and yet they're restless because, especially Pablo, in the interviews, he always feel like, are we enough? Or what we're putting, is that good enough kind of thing. He's always on his toes. He's
That's
nervous.
good though, because
At
if
least it's
he
not complacent.
does not do that, he's gonna lose that edge.
Yes.
Because right now they're, like I said, they have fire right now.
Exactly. And so this latest that they put out, people had to actually look over and over again for them to really pick up everything.
Yeah, like I want to go back and
Yes.
listen to it.
Yes, you
I
can
probably
just Google it
I
and
probably
YouTube
missed
it.
the like a lot, but you know, there's so much meaning
Yeah.
to a lot of it. I'm like, wait, what? I want to listen to this again. You know?
Yeah, and that's why now they're able to define what is P-pop.